Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 3493. Today's date is 17th of July 2025. It's been almost like a night at 10:56 p.m. All right. From last couple of days, I was not actually recording Artifact episode properly. And by the way, this Artifact episode should, like, I would not gonna kind of like record this Artifact that much properly. Why? Okay, like what? Yeah, like what is actually a proper way to record the Artifact? I don't know, but it kind of like a something that ki you feel satisfied when you record the Artifact. What do you mean by that? Um, it's like that na ki I don't know how to I supposed to explain. Okay, because I I don't know, you might not gonna resonate with this thing, but let me explain. Okay, yeah, I am recording this Artifact for almost like a decade. Okay, yeah. Also, I'm recording this thing every single day. When I record the Artifact, I wanted to express my thoughts and share my whatever inside of me. I just wanted to share. And when I did share this thing, I feel something really good. This is what exactly is it na, like when you have a conversation with someone else. Okay, yeah. And when you have a kind of like a some very valid point and you wanted to share with your group or with your friend. Okay, yeah. And you are kind of like a sharing this thing, and after you share, you feel really good. This is what kind of like a something Artifact does. Okay, yeah. You are kind of like a something sharing your thought process. It felt something really good. Like most of people says na ki when you speak with somebody, you kind of like a feel that light. This is what something is it. Okay, yeah. So this is what I meant to be a proper Artifact. Means like that ki when I wanted to record the Artifact, I want to record, like I wanted to share my thoughts from bottom of my heart, whatever I wanted to speak, and it just, yeah. But lately, my Artifact is kind of like a became even more better. Okay, yeah. Like basically, right now I'm not just sharing my thoughts, but right now I'm also kind of like a sharing some sort of knowledge, or kind of like a somebody not sharing a knowledge properly, just kind of like a somebody that key whatever the information that I have, I'm just kind of like a categorize that information regarding about, okay, this information belong to this category, this information. How, like how are you do that thing, how do you categorize this thing? Asking bunch of questions. How? Example. Okay, if I ask question, to myself regarding about that ki how do you kind of like what do you expect from your future partner? Okay, yeah. So if I ask this question, what would be my answer? My answer would be that ki I am not expecting anything from my partner. Okay, yeah. There is only one thing that I would gonna expect from my partner is that ki she will gonna stick with me for rest of the lifetime. Okay, yeah. That is what I am kind of like simply expecting. Okay, so like, and how this is actually kind of like something how I'm kind of like end up with this answer, because of that ki in my past I seen lot of relation. Okay, yeah, my parents' relations, other people's relations, and things and that and everything. I compile all those data and kind of like simply I also realize, I also know that what we're gonna do in my future too. Okay, yeah. So regarding about all the perspective, all the data do I have in the past experience and what we're gonna do in the future, regarding about all those perspective, there is only one thing I kind of like put that ki she will gonna be with me for rest of the lifetime. That's the only thing that I want, and that is kind of like a something that ki I am arranging all those information in kind of like a something category of relationship category, or relationship kind of like a something information. So this is what it is. If I ask the question that ki regarding about Da Vinci Code, like how does he kind of like assembly, like what is exact why the Da Vinci started doing the dissection? What is exactly dissection? A dissection process means like that ki you are cutting a body, okay, yeah, and kind of like a somebody drawing some sort of stuff like where is a heart, where is a lungs, where is a bones and things and everything. You are kind of like a somebody drawing the stuff and stuff like that. Like a Leonardo does that thing, and at that time it was kind of like something illegal. Still it's illegal. Okay, and right now still it's illegal, but at that time Leonardo has a curiosity, wants to know how does our body work, so he has to do that thing. He kind of like a simply put the dead body and kind of like a simply cut in half and kind of like a draw some sort of thing that he what is actually our body is made of and things and something like that. Okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you when I'm telling this information to you right now, I am telling the information regarding about I watch, I study, I read some sort of documentary, I watch some sort of documentary regarding about the Leonardo's. Okay, yeah. So whatever the information that I have regarding about Leonardo, I put that information into Leonardo's category. So this is what it is. Okay, yeah. And when I kind of like simply express my thoughts regarding about all those topics and things like that, I feel really good. I feel something that I not only express myself, but I also kind of like express such a stuff that I didn't really knew that. Like if you still not really understand, okay, have you ever kind of like somebody notice or experience something that you had this information but you don't really knew it? Okay, yeah. How example is this thing that like I don't know, yeah. I didn't really play badminton. Okay, yeah. Like basically in my childhood or nothing really at all. Like basically me and badminton is kind of like a something, there is nothing really have relationship till the age of 27. Okay, yeah. Like basically till the 27, yeah. Because till the age of 27 I seen the badminton, I seen the people who actually play the badminton, but I never really played that much badminton, nothing really at all. And I don't really have any experience, nothing really at all. I might gonna kind of like somebody hold the racket and try to play for just maybe couple of shots, but not really that much. But after the 27, okay, when my friends are actually playing the badminton, Prashik and Badal are actually playing the badminton, I started playing with them and I like that. Okay, yeah, I love playing badminton. I don't know why, but I just love playing badminton and I'm really eager to play badminton. And this is what kind of like assembly is this thing that I didn't really knew that badminton I like it, but when I hold the racket and when I started playing the racket, playing the badminton, I feel like I'm liking this sports. I am kind of like a want to play this game. Okay, yeah. And it's not just happen with just a badminton. It happened with the multiple times, like multiple things. Like a couple of months ago, I went to my some of the relatives. Okay, and they have a guitar. Okay, yeah. By the way, also guitar I don't really have. I don't really own it, and I don't really seen it. Okay, maybe I seen it in the television or things like that. In real life, I might gonna seen something really far away, but not really that much. Okay, yeah. One of my relatives have, like one of my cousin bought this guitar. Okay, yeah, and I just kind of like somebody see the guitar. Okay, and I wanted to put that kind of like somebody move that string and try to kind of like play the guitar. Obviously, I didn't really play the guitar that well, but still I kind of like somebody play the guitar in some sort of rhythm. Okay, yeah, like basically you don't really knew it now. Okay, listen this. Okay, yeah, by the way, I am not a kind of like a something a musician, but I still kind of like do those things. Okay, by the way, if you're not really hearing this thing, okay, I'm kind of like okay, music, yes, let's say music. Okay, yeah, so I am kind of like putting the tune. Tin 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 tin. Okay, you get it. So the music that I'm trying to kind of like simply doing it, it's not kind of like simply perfect, definitely not, but it's somewhat something maybe like 50 to 40% somewhat right. It's not really at the really best, no, but it's kind of like something little bit good. Okay, yeah. and this is little bit good is actually came from no experience. Like I haven't really touched the guitar, nothing really at all. This is what happened when I kind of like somebody hold that guitar and I try to play that string and things like that. I kind of like play that guitar in little bit good rhythm. Okay, yeah, and it felt really good. It felt something that key, yeah, I can play the guitar. This is same thing happened with the piano or violins or things like that, or you have started playing some sort of random game, or maybe you are kind of like a driving a car. You haven't really drive the car, but when you are kind of like a sit on the driving seat and you are kind of like doing this, somehow at the beginning you might not gonna drive the car really well, but you are really loving the process of driving the car. So exactly like playing the guitar, exactly like I am playing the badminton. Like this is what exactly is it. Okay, yeah. So so this is what kind of like somebody um dude, what exactly, I'm completely forget about this. Kind of like I'm kind of like talking about a lot of example, but I don't really know what is exactly the example for. Okay, yeah, yeah, example for that key, how does I feel something really good, and this is what something is it. Okay, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Okay, I decided that ki, okay, so basically I was actually talking about that ki what makes artifact episode properly record artifact. Okay, yeah, properly record means like I would kind of like somebody share my thoughts very properly, very like yeah. And another thing is that ki when I'm kind of like sharing my thoughts, I'm sharing my thoughts regarding about particular subjects and topic, or kind of like a things that some sort of added value in myself. That is something really called as a proper recording artifact. Okay, yeah, that means I feel something really good. Okay, yeah, I am doing this thing by asking bunch of questions to myself. I previously mentioned regarding about I kind of like simply talk about this question and giving the answer. Okay, yeah, and when I give the answer, I kind of like gain some sort of value inside of me, and that felt something really good. Okay, yeah, so this is what kind of like simply called as a properly record artifact. Okay, yeah. By the way, this artifact is not kind of like considered as a properly record artifact. Why? Because of that key, I have a couple of things to do. Okay, yeah. Previously I mentioned that key, I'm actually working on Bible. Yeah, I'm kind of like writing a Bible. Okay, not just writing a Bible, I'm just kind of like assembly writing a Bible in kind of like assembly very simplified way, so that I would be read. Okay, yeah. I'm using chat GPT, artificial intelligence, to kind of like make it that language much more smoother to understand. And yeah, so all right, so these are like there are a lot of things stuff to do, so I will not gonna talk more. Okay, yeah, and thank you.